Fall is the season for heaps of apple eating and pie preparing, so why not put those pieces to utilize and make your own raw apple cider vinegar? It's anything but difficult to do, with all the strips and centers you'll have extra from new apples. The advantages of apple cider vinegar are endless. Obviously, it's acceptable in serving of mixed greens dressings and different plans that need an additional punch, yet it's an extraordinary regular cure too. Every family unit ought to have a jug available. Making it yourself is simple and fun, and guarantees you have the most flawless, freshest cluster. Apple cider vinegar can be made in enormous clusters in a container or a container when stripping and coring huge amounts of apples. Be that as it may, for our first endeavor, how about we make a quart container? Apple cider vinegar making tips. Use organic apples free of pesticides. Select natural product free from shape, organisms or decay. Flush new apples under running water. In case you're utilizing entire apples, absorb them a bowl of water alongside a tablespoon of apple juice vinegar for 5 minutes before stripping. The apple cider vinegar fills in as a natural product wash to eliminate microorganisms and expel any fungicide or pesticide buildup. Supplies and ingredients. Quart canning container. Canning top and ring, and muslin cloth, or you can utilize a clean, new coffee filter. Apple cores and peels, spring water, and sugar optional. Instructions. Fill a sanitized quart container with clean apple cores and peels. Or on the other hand, include apple scraps through the span of a few days from your eating apples. Make sure to remove bitten areas. Include spring or separated water, free from chlorine, to the container, guaranteeing that the apple scraps are totally secured. Optional tip: to accelerate the maturation procedure, add 1/4 cup of sugar to the container and mix. Spread the filled container with a hover of muslin cloth or the new coffee filter and secure it with an elastic band or canning container ring. This will assist keep with fruiting flies out of the container and grant the blend to relax. Spot the container out of direct daylight, in a warm spot, almost a heated water tank, cooler, wood oven, or on the gas range, however not directly on a burner, to accelerate the aging procedure. Following a couple of days, the substance of the container should begin to thicken. The blend will start to froth and air pocket. Following 14 days, strain out the apple scraps and empty the fluid into a spotless quart container. Spread as you did before with a muslin cloth and canning container ring. Store on a storeroom rack. Following half a month, the blend ought to seem shady and a film will frame on a superficial level. This is the mother, which can be utilized to begin future clusters of apple cider vinegar. At 6 weeks from the beginning, the aging procedure ought to be finished. There will be a buildup inside the base of the container and the vinegar will taste tart. In the event that the ACV smell or taste is lacking, permit it to sit longer. When the apple cider vinegar has created, top the container with a top and store in your storeroom until required. At the point when you're prepared to make another container of apple cider vinegar, expel the mother, and add it to another cluster of apple scraps and water and rehash the procedure. Note: since it's hard to know the specific quality of homemade apple cider vinegar, it's best not to utilize it in canning or pickling recipes where a high concentration is required. Need more thoughts like this one? Follow us.